Happy Monday, and welcome to another episode of Cases That Should Have Gone to the Supreme Court of Canada, but didn't. Today, we're talking about real estate trademarks. Cases that should have gone to the Supreme Court of Canada, but didn't. Stephen Dong was a realtor who was working in association with a real estate corporation. As a part of his agreement with the real estate corporation, he was entitled to use certain trademarks belonging to the real estate corporation in certain places. Unfortunately, Mr. Dong continued to use those trademarks in places other than in association with the real estate corporation, such as on certain social media platforms that were not authorized by the real estate corporation. As a result of this, he was no longer associated with the real estate corporation. In what appeared to be a bout of retaliation, he bought a domain name that was very similar to that of the real estate corporation and started marketing his services using that, as though he was still associated with the real estate corporation, and continued to use the real estate corporation's trademarks on these social media platforms that the real estate corporation had not authorized. Ultimately, he was sued for a trademark infringement. The case raised important issues about when a person is allowed to represent themselves as being associated with another entity and to use those trademarks on social media platforms, but also what responsibility the social media platforms bear for ensuring that the users are appropriately using trademarks. Mr. Dong essentially argued in his lawsuit that it wasn't his obligation to follow through on not using the trademarks of this company, but rather it was the obligation of the social media platforms that he was dealing with to verify that the information that he was putting there was accurate. And this case raises important issues because of the fact that social media and advertising on social media is so common now. And social media often uses things like fake accounts and has bots and other fake people that can seem very real and can be designed to trick individuals into following them and into accepting that the information they provide are real. We also see in Canada right now legislation tabled in the federal government dealing with the regulation of the activity of Canadians on social media platforms and creating videos just like these. And if the government is going to regulate in those areas, should they not put some burden on social media platforms to determine who is real and who is allowed to be using certain trademarks? After all, social media platforms do their own work in investigating their users. Users with blue check marks who are verified by platforms have gone through some investigation by the platform to determine the legitimacy of their identity so that people can be assured that the person they're interacting with is not fake. If the social media platform has the capacity to conduct these investigations, should they not bear some responsibility for circumstances where they fail to do so and harm is caused to somebody as a result? It seems to me that these are important issues the Supreme Court of Canada could have addressed to help us understand our obligations as Canadians, as well as to help companies understand what remedies and rights they have if their trademarks are being violated. As increased use of social media becomes more and more common every day, we need better understanding of how social media and the law intersect, and unfortunately our Supreme Court of Canada has been well behind the times in taking on cases that deal with the use of social media. Unfortunately, it's going to take another case involving the use of a fake profile or fake association on social media before the Supreme Court of Canada has the opportunity to chime in, and that raises the risk of real harm in the meantime. Cases that should have gone to the Supreme Court of Canada, but didn't. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Cases That Should Have Gone to the Supreme Court of Canada, but didn't. I'm Kyla Lee at Acumen Law. Thank you to Brazen Bull Creative for putting together these videos. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends.